Hey everyone, this is I Like the GameCube, and this is actually my very first video because my first video didn't work out so well. So, we're learning. Alright, this is going to be my GameCube Collection Part 1. We'll start alphabetically. This is James Bond Agent Under Fire. This one isn't so good. It's got some cool gadgets in the multiplayer, but we never played this one very much, so... This one, on the other hand, is 007 Nightfire, which is incredible. If you have a GameCube, three other friends, and 4 controllers, I highly recommend this. Lots of fun, crazy multiplayer with guided missiles and all sorts of sweet maps. Blasphemy, I know, actually like this more than GoldenEye. Had a lot of fun with this back in the day. Alright, up next is Everything or Nothing. This one was third person, I think. I don't know this one too well. I know this isn't a good start, but, this game, I don't know, it was okay. It was okay. That's what I got for you. Up next is Animal Crossing. Everyone has it. I had friends and family members that played this all the time, but I don't like Animal Crossing. Just can't get into it. It's weird, and I don't get it. I do have the memory card, so that's pretty cool. Next up is the incredible Baten Kaitos Eternal Wings in the Lost Ocean. It's one of the most original games I've ever played. It's an RPG that uses cards that age and deteriorate, and I don't know, this is a gem. This deserves, this and its prequel sequel need to be re-released on the HD systems. Maybe on the Wii U, that'd be awesome, Nintendo. They're both just masterpieces if you should look them up. They are not terribly expensive. They're getting that way, but they aren't right now. Yeah, definitely check them out. They're great. Okay, up next is Battalion Wars, which is, I think in America this is more like, it's supposed to be kind of like the Advance Wars series, but I think in Japan it's not. It's fun. It is not nearly as good as the Advance Wars games. It's pretty fun. Never played the sequel, but, it's pretty good. Here is Beyond Good and Evil, which apparently we're getting a sequel to soon. It's fun. It's not my favorite. It's really imaginative and cool. Definitely worth checking out. It's become kind of rare in the GameCube, so, instead of paying, a fairly exorbitant amount on the GameCube, you could just pick it up for the Xbox and probably have just as much fun. But, yeah, it's a pretty good game. Here's a game, Billy Hatcher and the Giant Egg. I have not played that much, I will admit. But my younger siblings really loved it, so, I guess that should say something about it. It's okay. You play as this kid, Billy Hatcher, and you jump around on eggs and hatch them and roll them around. I always liked his character design. Looks fun, but, I don't know. It's okay. Ooh, a lot of stinkers to start this off with. Blood Rain. It was cool back in the day, back before things got God of War violent. And, she's all jumping on vampires and Nazis and stuff, and I don't know. It's not terribly appropriate for children. Not very good. This, however, is great. Capcom vs. SNK 2 is amazing. This is EO, which stands for Easy Operation, and see, it's got a tear up in there. I always forget that's there. This is not a good version. If you can find it for the PS2, that's the way to go. But there's a ton of great fighters. That's just, if you get two or more people that just love fighting games, you can get it being passed back and forth. And I played a lot of this game. This is one of the most underrated games I've ever played. Chibi Robo is fun. It's imaginative. I hate to use the word, but it's super cute. And there's just a lot of charm in this game. There's a DS sequel I haven't played yet, but this is a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed playing Chibi Robo, and I highly suggest you pick it up. I have 2 copies of this game. I have it Black Label and Player's Choice, as I do with many of these games. I've never played this one, and I feel really bad to even show it to you, but I'm showing the whole collection. So I played the earlier ones on the PS1, and I really liked them, but I just haven't had time to play this. I don't know. This, on the other hand, was one of the earliest games I ever actually bought myself. It was with my birthday money, back when it first came out, and it's got a really cheesy story, but the combat is pretty fun, and all the customization is nice. I never played the DS one, but there's just a lot you can do in this game, and I really enjoyed it. It's got a pretty fun 4-player multiplayer. Yeah, it's pretty great. Up next is DDR Mario Mix. I do have the larger box and DDR pad for it. This is pretty cool. I mean, if you like dancing to Nintendo songs, I used to be very into Dance Dance Revolution, so I got this, but it just isn't as difficult. It's pretty weak, actually, but I mean, it's fun. But if you're a hardcore DDR player, which isn't a thing that really exists anymore, I don't think. Sorry if I'm wrong, but I don't know. It was cool. It was cool back in the day, but it was more like a light step. Pun not intended. I'll say this right now. I do not care for Donkey Konga. I like the idea and I like the songs, and it's fun with a bunch of players, but it's not the kind of game you can play by yourself. I just thought it's a little easy. And there isn't the hook is fun for a party. That's about it. So yeah. Enter the Matrix. I'm not sure where I even got this. Here's another one I don't think I've ever played. I remember Matrix Online a little bit, and I remember Path of Neo. But this is Enter the Matrix, and it's got a really cool case, and it's actually a double disc case, so that's cool. But never played it. This, I'm sure most of you know, is Eternal Darkness Sanity's Requiem. And this game is batshit crazy. It's got a lot of very good scares, and it shows exactly how good the GameCube was at making atmosphere. Sometimes this game was crazy as balls. I highly recommend it. I heard it's getting a remake, or a re-release or something. Which is a good idea, because this game's nuts. They were talking about making it a trilogy back in the day, but then they made Too Human. That was the game that they went to make. But, I don't know. It's nuts. I suggest you play it. Very scary. Good for Halloween, actually. Evolution Worlds is pretty much the most generic RPG I've ever played. I remember playing it on the Dreamcast. I believe this is 1 and 2. Which is cool. I found this for like $4 at Blockbuster back 10 years ago or so. It's fun. It's cool. If you like this is not for new RPG fans. This is pretty old school. But definitely worth playing. It's not the best thing in the world. It's not the worst. So, I mean, if you found it in a bargain bin for like, I don't know, $5, it'd be worth a shot. And that character's pretty cool looking. Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. I remember pre-ordering this and being so damn excited for it. I didn't have SPs at the time, so we played on regular Game Boy Advances, but you know, it worked, and this game is still pretty beautiful. I have really fond memories of this game. It's really fun with a bunch of people, and you know, I think it's worth your time. It's pretty cheap these days. So are the connector cables and a Game Boy Advance. I think you get the whole damn setup for like $20 if you look in the right places. Definitely worth your time. Very fun, very good looking. Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. This is the game that Ike is from originally. This game is, like all Fire Emblem games, is incredibly difficult, but in like the best way possible. It's really difficult to get through with your characters all alive because if you don't know, in Fire Emblem, if your characters die, they are gone forever. And it's scary and awesome and really tense. I mean, it's a Fire Emblem trademark, pretty much. Definitely worth picking up. It's a little more expensive these days, but I'm sure on the Wii U it will be re-released. So, yeah, definitely try it out. I'm not even going to talk about this game. It sucks. Sorry if I offend anybody, but this game is all of the balls. Don't bother picking it up unless you need, I think it's a double disc case, so let's check that out. Yep, so if you need a better condition double disc case, that'd be the way to do it, because this game sucks. Wow, price tags, that's not usually my stuff. Harry Potter Quidditch World Cup. I think my little brother got this for Christmas one year, and we actually played it a ton. I mean, I was a good deal younger. You know, it's kind of fun. It's really crappy in general, but like if you wanted to have like kids, we played it. We were pretty young, so you know, consider that. But it's there to complete the collection, and I have fond memories of it. This is, in my opinion, the best Harvest Moon game ever. I remember specifically getting this game. I rented it for spring break one year, and I just locked myself in my room instead of dealing with any of my friends. I didn't answer the phone. I didn't, you know, do anything. I just wanted to play this game. It's the only one I've seen thus far with the 3D view instead of the top-down, and I really like that. I love this game. If you like Harvest Moon at all and you haven't played this one, you really should. It's like a $10 game now. Definitely worth it. I love this game. I've never played this one. I actually bought this one for my wife. This is Another Wonderful Life, and you play as a girl, and you play as a girl. I think it's the same as A Wonderful Life, but there's, obviously different people to woo. You weren't wooing girls as a girl. Nintendo is not that progressive. Yeah, I'm sure it's as good as A Wonderful Life. This was a disappointment. Magical Melody, I've heard is really good. A lot of good things about it. But it is top-down like a lot of the other ones. I was hoping it was going to be like A Wonderful Life, where it was kind of 3D, and I think that game has a lot of charm. In this one, I didn't like it. I just didn't care for it. I'm glad I have it in my collection for completion reasons, but not my favorite. And now for the game that gives the fewest possible amount of fucks. Killer 7. This game is crazy. The controls are crazy, the story's crazy, the graphics are crazy. It's brutal, it's intense. It's got some pretty sharp humor. This game's nuts. I highly suggest it. I tore it right there because the stupid employee put a sticker on the inside, so makes me really mad. Otherwise, it's pristine. This is a great game. If you can find it, get it. It was also released on the PlayStation, so you should pick it up. Alright, I will pick this back up in round 2. Alright, see you there.